potter's impetus, you hold the sun's radiant honors in your nozzles. Now, send forth the fiery signal as arranged. You alone we've made privy to our plot, and rightly, since you also stand by us in our bedrooms as we execute Aphrodite's maneuvers. And when our bodies are flexed, no one banishes from the room your supervisory eye. You alone shine the light into the hushed-up recesses between our thighs when we singe away the hair that sprouts there. And you also stand by us as we stealthily open the pantry stocked with the bread and the liquor of Bacchus. And you never babble to the neighbours about the plans you've abetted. So you'll be in on our present plans too. The plans my friends and I have agreed upon in secret. But the women who are supposed to meet me here have not yet arrived, though it's almost light, and the assembly is about to begin. We females must grab our seats, as some nice guys might put it, and settle ourselves without attracting notice. But what could be keeping them? Perhaps they couldn't get the false beards that they were told to bring, or maybe they had trouble stealing their husband's cloaks without getting caught. I see a light coming this way. I better duck out of the way in case it happens to be, a man.
Time to move. Just now, as we were on our way here, the cock crowed a second time.
And I was up the whole night waiting for you. God. Anyway, I'm going to get this neighbour of ours out of the house by scratching softly at her door. Her husband mustn't notice.
I was just getting dressed when I heard you give the secret knock. You see, my dear, I wasn't asleep. The husband that I live with is a sailor, and all night long he was rowing me all over the bed, so I just now got the chance to grab his suit.
Oh, look, there's Sharpay and Mercedes and there's Chanel.
Get a move on. Bunny here has promised an oath that the last woman here will be fined 2 bottles of wine and a box of quality streets.
There's Elsa's wine crystal trying to run in her old man's boots. I think she's the only one who had no trouble getting away from her husband.
Oh, there's the barkeep's wife, Chardonnay, and there's Tiffany. See her with the torch in her hand.
Yes, and there's Candy and Mackenzie. And a lot more women besides. Anyone who's anyone in town.
I had an awful time, my dear, making my escape and getting over here quietly. You see, my husband ate something fishy at dinner last night and was up all night coughing.
Well, now that you're all here, please gather round. I want to make sure you've done everything that we agreed upon at Ladies' Night.
I have. First, I left my armpits go bushier than underbrush. Then, whenever my husband goes off to the agora, I oil myself and spend the whole day in the sun trying to get a tan.
Excellent work, excellent work.
Me too. I threw my razor out of the house so I get all hairy and not look female at all.
And have you all got the false beards that you were told to bring when we last met?
Oh, sure, by Hecate. I've got this nice one here. Right. Mine makes me look like Gandalf.
And how about the rest of you?
Yes, they've got them. Look, they're nodding yes.
Right. Well, I see you have taken care of the preliminaries and you've got your men's boots and walking sticks just as we stipulated. So let's get on with the next matter of business while the stars are still in the sky. The assembly we're prepared to attend begins at dawn.
By Zeus, we're right in the front row.
What the fuck is this?
I brought this along just for something to do while the men are filing into assembly.
While the men are filing in? Stupid!
Sure, by Hecate, I can hear just as well while I'm knitting. My kids have nothing to wear.
Listen to you. Knitting? We mustn't risk showing any part of our womanhood to the men. Wouldn't we be in fine shape if the assembly men are all there and some woman has to clamber over them, hitching up her skirt and flashes her George Bush? If we're the first to get to our seats, no one will notice that we're keeping our clothes wrapped tight. And when we unfurl the beards that we're going to stick on our chins, who would suspect that we're not men? Just take a look at our current leaders. They pass for men with disguises far shabbier than ours. With a bad enough hairstyle, you two could become the most powerful figure in the city. And it's because of them, I swear by this dawning day, that I must dare such a daring deed, hopeful of somehow being able to take over the government and do something good for the people. As it is, our citizenship is aweless and marooned.
But how can a congregation of women, with women's minds, expect to address the people?
Much better than anybody, that's how. They say that the young men who've been screwed the most are also the most effective orators. I say that's exactly what nature suits us for.
I'm not so sure. Inexperience is a dangerous thing.
Well, isn't that why we're here now, to practice what we're going to say there? Come on, attach your beards, and that goes for everybody who's been practicing how to talk.
Sorry, but is there anyone here, friend, who doesn't know how to talk?
Okay then, why don't you put on your beard and pretend to be a man? I'll put on mine too, just inside, in case I decide to make a tiny comment.
Face this way, darling Praksagory. My dear, what a ridiculous sight this is.
Ridiculous.
Looks like somebody bearded a grilled squid.
Honestly, Crystal, take this seriously, please. Purifier, please make your rounds with the sacrificial pussycat. Assemblymen, come forward into the sanctified area. You there! Stop chattering. You come forward and take your seats. Who wishes to address the assembly?
Oh, me, I do.
Well, put this on then, and may your speech be propitious.
Okay, I'm ready.
You may speak.
Well, don't I get a drink first?
A drink.
Well, sir, what did I put this garland
Get
on for
off
then?
of there. You would have done the same thing to us in the real assembly.
But they don't drink in the real assembly.
Listen to you. Don't need drink.
Sure, by Artemis, and they drink it straight. I mean, their decrees, when you think about the reasonings behind them, are like the ravings of drunkards. By God, and they pour libations too. Or how else would they get through all those long speeches if they didn't have wine? And they yell at each other like drunks. And the police always end up dragging away the guys who've had too much.
Honestly, just piss off back over there, please. You're worthless.
By Zeus. I'm actually parched with thirst in this stinking beard.
Is there another candidate orator among us? Me? Well, put this on then. Speak cogently, lean on your hard on your stick like a man.
I would have preferred to yield the floor to one of the usual speakers, sitting quietly and listening to a very good speech. But as far as my own vote goes, I say in pubs we outlaw the use of kegs to hold water, when they could hold wine. It is a bad policy by the two goddesses.
By the goddesses, you...
Ask for a drink.
God, no, but you did swear by the goddesses when you're supposed to be a man. Get off of there. I think is exactly right.
Right, now give me that garland again. I want to try my speech again. I think I've got it down nicely now. In my view, ladies of the assembly...
Again! You dumb bitch! You're calling men ladies!
Sorry. It was that guy over there. I caught sight of him and I thought I was addressing a woman.
Get back over there. To judge what I've seen of your abilities, it seems best that I put on this garland and do it myself. I beseech the gods to grant success to today's deliberations. My own stake in this country is equal to your own, but I am annoyed and depressed at the polis's conduct of affairs, since I see her constantly employing scoundrels as her leaders. If one of them was to turn virtuous for just one day, he makes up for it by being wicked for 10. You turn to another one, and he causes even worse trouble. Now, I understand how difficult it is to talk sense into men as cantankerous as you, who constantly fear those who want to befriend them and consistently court those who do not.
Well said by Aphrodite.
Pitiful, you swore by Aphrodite. Wouldn't it be charming if you spoke that way in the assembly?
But I wouldn't have.
Well, don't get into the habit now, okay? And about this alliance, when we examined the issue, the people said that if the polis would perish if it was not ratified. But when it finally was ratified, the people were still unhappy, and even the alliance's staunchest supporter had to leave town in a hurry.
This man's intelligent.
That's the way to applaud. And you sovereign people, are responsible for this mess. For while you're drawing civic pay from public funds, each and every one of you is figuring out how you can personally profit. Now, if you take on my advice, you shall escape from your model. I propose that we hand over governance of the polis to the women, since they are so competent as treasurers and stewards in our own households. And their character is far superior to ours, as I will demonstrate. They dye their wool in hot water according to the ancient custom, each and every one of them. You'll never see them try anything new. Contrast the Athenian polis, never content to do well with the tried and true method. They're always fiddling around with some pointless novelty. But meanwhile, the women settle down to do their cooking, as they always have. They carry burdens on their heads, as they always have. They celebrate the thesmophoria, as they always have. They drive their husbands nuts, as they always have. They like to bake cookies, as they always have. They hide their lovers in their house, as they always have. They buy themselves little extras, as they always have. They like their wine neat, as they always have. They like to get fucked, as they always have. And so, gentlemen, let us hand over the governance of the polis to the women, and let's not question it or ask what they plan to accomplish. Let's simply let them govern. You need only consider 2 points. First of all, as mothers, they'll want to protect the soldiers. And second of all, who is more competent at getting rations sent to soldiers than the mothers who bore them? No one is more inventive at getting funds than a woman. Nor would a woman ruler ever get cheated, since women are past masters at cheating. I'll pass over the other arguments. Adopt my resolution. You will lead happy, happy lives.
Well said, dearest Praksagora. What skill, what skill? Where did you learn such fine talk, my dear?
Oh, well, I learned by living on the Pnyx with my husband and listening to the orators.
Then it's no wonder, madam, that you're so impressive and wise.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
What's more, we fellow women hereby elect you as general, if you succeed in this plan of yours.
I will.
Please do.
But what if Rishi Sunak tries to challenge you? How do you plan to handle him in the assembly?
Then I will say he's crazy.
But everyone knows that.
Then I will say he is a dangerous psychopath.
Everyone does that too.
Well then, I will say that a guy that does such a bad job winning an election is sure to do a terrific job running the city.
What if old Donald with the squinty eyes abuses you?
Then I'll tell him to go and squint up a dog's butt.
But what if they try to screw you?
Well, I'll screw them right back. I know a good many tricks myself.
There's another danger we haven't discussed. If the police try and jump you, what will you do then?
I'll be ready for them like this. They'll never get on top of me.
And if they do hoist you, the rest of us will ask them to put you back down.
Anyway, I think this is a fine plan we've thought up, but the one thing that we haven't given much thought to is how will we remember to put up our hands when we're voting? We're used to putting up our legs.
That is a tough one. Just remember that you vote by straightening your suit and raising your right hand. Yes, very good, very good. Right, well, everyone, I want you to straighten your ties and your suits and put on your beards. And when you've done that exactly right, I want you to get the husband's cloaks that you borrowed. And drape them. So just drape them. Just drape them. Yep. Correctly. Now, lean hard on your sticks when you walk and sing like old men, country style.
Oh, great instructions.
Well, let's go forward just so, because I suspect that some women from the country are already on their way to the pinnocks. Well, come on then! Since the rule on the pinnocks is in by dawn or go home with a fat lot of nothing.
Gentlemen, it's time for us to march. And gentlemen is the word we must remember to use. Never let it slip from our minds, for we run no small risk if we got dressed up for so dark a deed of daring.
Well then, it's off to the assembly lane, gentlemen.
The magistrate has sounded his warning. Anyone who fails to come bright and early, happy with a breakfast of garlic soup with a spicy look in his eye and covered with dust, will not get his assembly pay.
Hey, Steve, John and Dave, let's get a move on.
Watch your step. Don't strike a false note in the role you've got to play.
And when we've got our tickets, let's be sure to sit down together and raise our hands in favour of whatever our ladies propose.
What are you saying? Gentlemen is the word you ought to have used.
Then let's be sure to jostle the assemblymen from town who never used to attend.
When the pay was only minimum wage, they sat around in pubs gossiping. Now they fight for seats.
Never in the good old days with the noble William Pitt the Younger would anyone have dared to husband the polis's affairs for a fistful of money.
No, everyone would show up to assembly with a little bag lunch, something to drink, dry bread, 3 onions and a few olives.
Now they're talking about raising the wage for doing a public service, like common labourers.
What's going on? It's getting near dawn. My wife is nowhere to be seen. I've been lying awake for ages, needing to shit. Trying to find my boots and coat in the dark. I mean, I've groped everywhere, and I cannot find them. And all the while, the dung man's been pounding at my back door. So finally, I grabbed my wife's little dress here and put on her pretty little slippers. And now, where might a man find an out-of-the-way place to take a shit? Well, I suppose anywhere's all right at night. At this hour, no one's going to see me shitting. Oh, God. What a fool I was getting married at my age. I deserve a good flogging. You can be sure she's not out on any decent errand. Anyway, I've got to do my business.
Who's that? Surely not my neighbour, Bleppus.
Shh.
Yes, but it's the very same. Say, what's this yellow all over you? Some sick bird hit you with this dropping?
Say what? No. I had to come out the house and put on my wife's little yellow dress.
Where's your coat?
Shush.
Where's your coat?
I can't say. I've looked all over the bedroom for it, and I couldn't find it.
Well, why didn't you get your wife to tell you where it is?
Dionysus, I couldn't. She doesn't happen to be in. She snuck out of the house on me, and I'm afraid she's up to no good.
Well, what are the chances? Exactly the same thing just happened to me. The woman of my house has gone off with my clothes. It wouldn't be so annoying, but she's taken my boots too.
Dionysus, I couldn't find my boots either, but as luck would have it, I needed to shit. So I threw on these pumps here and dashed out the house. I mean, I didn't want to shit on the mattress. I've just had it cleaned.
What can she be doing? Did one of her lady friends invite her out for
It's probably
breakfast?
I mean, she's not a tramp as far as I know.
You must be pooping a ship's cable. Me, I've got to be getting along to the assembly. That is, if I can get hold of my suit. It's the only one I've got.
Me too, yes. As soon as I've finished my,
Shitting.
Yes, well, at present some kind of butt plug has got my food blockaded.
Like the Ever Given in the Suez Canal.
Yeah. Anyway, it's got me pretty uptight. Oh, God. What am I going to do? This present predicament is not my only anxiety. What's going to happen when I eat something? Where's the poo going to go? As it is, he's got me bolted up tight, this fellow from cul-de-sac. Any doctors in the house? Any of you arsehole experts knowledgeable about my condition? You, sir, you look like you know your shit. But I suppose you refuse. Oh, somebody call Piers Morgan right away. As far as grunts and groans go, he's the man to call when someone's full of shit. Oh, fuck. Mistress Alethea, goddess of childbirth, do not let me down when I'm bursting and bolted. I do not like playing the role of comic potty. Oh.
You're not taking a shit, are you?
Who, me? No, not anymore. By God, I'm on my feet again.
Is that your wife's dress you're
wearing? Yes, it was dark in the house when I grabbed it by mistake, but tell me, where have you been?
At the assembly.
You mean it's adjourned already?
By God, it has. And before daylight, too. And the bouncers had a right old fucking giggle when they sent half the queue home for being late.
Well, you got your pay anyway.
I wish I had, but I'm ashamed to admit that I came home empty-handed.
So you got nothing?
Absolutely nothing, mate. Not a fucking peanut.
Well, what made you late?
Well, this huge crowd showed up en masse at the Pnyx. It's an all-time record. We all thought they kind of looked like desk jockeys, really. The crowd was so pale-faced to behold, so I didn't get my pay, and no one else did either.
So I wouldn't get my pay if I went there now?
Not if you went before the cock finished crowing.
Blow. Woe is me, raise not the dirge for that pay, but for I who yet live, for all I have is gone. But what could have fetched such a mob together so early?
Well, it could only be that the chairman decided to schedule deliberation about the salvation of the polis. And to this, Donald the Squinter stepped up to the podium. And the people just yelled and decried his name. How dare he lecture us on our salvation, no less, when he can't even save his own eyelids? And he groped around and said, well, how can I help it?
If I would have been there, I would have said, grind up garlic and figs and add Spartan spurge to the mixture and rub that in your eyelids at bedtime, you prick.
Well, then that success story, Kwasi Kwarteng, stepped up to the podium, wearing only his shirt, though he insisted it was a coat, no less. And he appealed mainly to the masses. You see, I'm in need of some salvation myself. About 4 bits would do it. But nonetheless, I shall teach you how to save the polis and her people. If the clothiers were to donate winter coats at winter time, none of us would ever again catch pneumonia. If the shops would open up their shops to the poor and needy after they've washed up, even IKEA won't open at winter time. Find them 3 duvets.
Dionysus, what a noble thought.
Well, then a handsome young man stepped up to the podium. He looks a bit like Timothy Chalamet. And he suggested handing the polis over to the women. The people just yelled and cheered his name. But the people from the south, they made deep grumbles.
Oh, they had sense, by God.
Well, they were in the minority, and the speaker drowned them out. To him, women could do no wrong, and you no right.
What are his arguments?
First, he called you a criminal.
Fuck off. What did he call you?
We'll get to that, mate. Then he called you a crook.
Only me?
And an informant.
Only me?
Well, you and these sad gits in the audience.
Well, that's a different story. Who'd deny that?
He went on to say that a woman is a creature bursting with brains and productive of profit, and never divulged the secrets of a ladies' night, contrasted with you and I, who leak what we say in the council all the bloody time.
Dionysus, that last point's true enough.
He said that women lend each other drinking cups, jewelry, dresses, money, privately and without witnesses, with nothing held back, contrasted with you and I, who cheat and steal all the time.
We cheat even when there are witnesses.
He continued his long praise of the women. They don't lie, they don't try and backstab each other, they don't sue each other, they don't overthrow the democracy, but actually do it loads of good.
And what was voted?
To hand the polis over to them. It seemed to be the only thing that hadn't been tried.
And this passed?
That's what I just fucking said.
Sorry, so they've been put in charge of everything that was the business of the citizens?
Correct.
So I won't be going to court anymore, but my wife will?
You won't be taking care of your dependents anymore. Your wife will.
And I won't have to groan myself awake at dawn anymore?
God, no. All that is the women's business now. You can stay at home groaning and farting all day long.
Ah, no, but there lies the danger for men our age. Once they've seized the reins of power, they'll force us against our will to...
To what?
Well, to screw them.
And what if we can't?
Well, they won't make us breakfast.
Well, you better get good at this then. Then you can stay at home eating breakfast and shagging all day long.
Well, I've got to be off, Creams, but it's a pleasure seeing you.
You do take care. I hope the policy turns out all the best.
You too, Creams.
Well, come on. Is there any man following us? Turn around, take a look. Guard yourselves carefully. Lots of no good men about. One of them might be at our rear, inspecting our demeanour.
As you march along, see that you stamp your feet as loudly as you can.
Getting caught red-handed in this business would disgrace us in our husband's eyes. So, stay closely wrapped, look this way and that, left and right, to avoid catastrophe for our operation.
Come, let's make the dust fly. We're near the place now where we first set off for the assembly. Look, you can see Our Lady Commander's house, who thought up the plan that the citizens have now enacted.
Oh, so we've no need to hang about with these beards on our chins then.
Someone might see us in the daylight and maybe turn us in. So come this way into the shade by the house wall, keeping an eye peeled, and turn yourselves back to the way we were.
And don't dally, for I see this commander of ours heading back from the assembly. Well, hurry up then. Get rid of those hateful hair bags on your cheeks. We've grudgingly worn them for enough now.
We're in luck, ladies. The business turned out exactly as we planned. But quickly, you must take off your ties and suits and get those beards off your face. You take the beard off and you get these women to some kind of order. I myself want to return the items that I borrowed from my husband to the house before he catches me.
Everything's off, just as you ordered, and we're ready for further instructions and will obediently do whatever you think is most helpful. For I know I've never encountered a woman more impressive than you are.
That's very sweet. Well, stick around. I'll use all of you as councillors in government that I've been elected to. Yes, I must admit, at the assembly, amid all the hubbub and danger, you were all very manly. Oh.
Fuck! So you, Praksagor, where have you been?
Is that any of your business, sir?
Oh, any of my business? What innocence!
Well, don't go start saying I've been at some lover's house.
Oh, maybe more than one.
Okay, then. There's a way for you to test it.
How?
See if you can smell perfume on me.
Oh, what? Can't a woman get fucked without wearing perfume?
Not I, more's the pity.
Well, then why did you leave the house so early without telling me and taking my coat with you?
A woman I know was in labour and asked me to attend her.
And you couldn't let me know you were leaving?
And not give a thought to the one brought to bed husband in her condition.
Well, you could have at least told me. There's something fishy here. Fuck me.
Not at all, by the goddesses. The maid who came for me asked me to come right away. I dropped everything and went as I was.
Then why didn't you take your own dress with you? Instead, you swiped my coat and threw this over me, leaving me there like a corpse at the undertaker's. You all but laid me out like a wreath and urn.
But it's so cold outside, and I'm so thin and delicate. So I put your coat on to keep warm, but before I left, I made sure you were snugly covered, husband.
And why the fuck did my Spartan boots go with you?
Well, I didn't want your coat to get stolen, so I put these boots on to sound like you stomping around.
You realise you've cost us a day's wages. We could have bought, what, a litre of petrol with that if I'd gone to the assembly.
Don't worry about it. She had a baby boy.
Who, the assembly?
No, the woman I attended!
Right.
So, an assembly was held.
God, yes. Don't remember, I told you it was happening yesterday.
Oh, yes. Now I remember.
So you don't even know what's been decided?
I haven't got the foggiest.
And sit down and chew cuttlefish. They say the women are in charge of the polis.
To do what? Oh, knitting.
No, by Zeus, to govern.
To govern? To govern who?
All the city's affairs.
Huh. Then by Aphrodite, the polis has a rosy future in store.
How do you figure?
For lots of reasons. From now on, aggressive people will no longer be able to treat the polis shamefully in any way. No more perjury, no more trumped-up charges.
Good heavens, don't do that. You'll take away all my livelihood.
Please, friend, let your wife talk.
No more mugging, no more envying the next guy, no more wearing rags, no more poor people, no more dunning and repossessing.
By Poseidon, that would be great, if it were true.
Well, let me explain it, and even my Mr. Hill will have nothing to say against me.
Now then,
You must summon up a shrewd intelligence and a mind sage in the task of defending your comrades. For it's the prosperity of all alike that your creative ingenuity be used to gladden the lives of the citizens with countless benefits. Now is the time to show what that ingenuity can do.
You know how much our polis needs some sage plan, so describe it in full, making sure that it's never been said or done before. You know how much they hate to hear the same old thing over and over again.
Then no more delay. Here and now you must put your idea into play. What the audience most appreciates is instant gratification.
Well then, I can see that my proposals are worthwhile, but I am awfully worried about the spectators. Are they ready to quarry a new vein and not stick with what's cliché and conventional?
Don't worry about quarrying what's new. For us, indifference to precedent takes precedence over any other principle of government.
Well then, let no one object or interrupt until you've understood the plan in full. I propose that everyone own everything in common and draw an equal living. No more rich man here, poor man there. No more division between the man with the big farm and the man with without land enough to even be buried in. Between the man with many slaves and the man without even an attendant. No, I propose the same standard of living for everyone.
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 Everyone?
Everyone!
How will it be the same for everyone?
Everyone!
All right.
If we were eating dung, you'd grab the first bite.
Oh, we'll be sharing the dung too.
God, no, but jumped in with the point I was about to make. As I was about to say, everyone will own everything in common. My first act will be to communalise everyone's land, money, and other property. We women will manage the central pool with thrift and good judgment, and will take good care of you.
Ah, but what about the man who's got no land, but all his gold and silver stashed away?
Well, he'll contribute it to the central pool.
And if he doesn't, he'll perjure himself. After all, that's how we got the money in the first place.
But it won't be of any use to him anyway.
What do you mean?
No one will be forced to do anything out of poverty. Everyone will have all the necessities. Bread, saltfish, barley cakes, cloaks, wines, garlands, even chickpeas. So, where is his profit in not contributing? If you find it, do tell me.
Well, isn't it true that the men who have all this now are the biggest thieves?
Before now, my friend, yes. When we lived under the previous system. But now that everyone will be living from a common fund, where's the profit in holding out?
Right, well, what if someone fancies a girl and wants the pleasure of a poke? He'll take her price from this common fund, and when he's slept with her, he'll have all that's commonly wanted.
No. He'll be able to sleep with her free of charge. I'm making all of these girls common property for the men to sleep with and make babies with as they please.
Well, won't everyone be trying to find the prettiest girl and bang her?
Well, the second rate in the bob-nose will sit right beside the classy one. If the man wants to, the latter. If a man wants to bull the pretty ones, you have to bull the ugly ones first.
Right, but what about us older men? If we have to go with the ugly ones, our cocks will have nothing left when we get to where the classy ones are.
They won't complain. Never fear, they won't complain.
What do you mean, complain about what?
About not getting to sleep with you. Anyway, you've got that problem as it is.
Right, your side of the equation makes a certain sense. Okay, you've made it so that no woman's hole will go unplugged. But what do you mean to do for the men? The women will shun the ugly ones and make for the handsome ones.
Well, the inferior men will have to tail the handsome young men through the streets after their dinner parties and keep an eye on public places. Because from now on, it won't be lawful for any woman to sleep with the tall and the handsome without first accommodating the uglies and the runts.
Right, so I suppose that guys like him will start being able to stick his nose up with the best of them.
By Apollo, he will. And what's more, this idea favours ordinary people. It'd be a great joke on the big shots of the new iPhone 14 Extra Plus when a guy with a little Nokia brick speaks up and says, "Step aside and wait till I'm finished. Then I'll give you sloppy seconds."
Okay, right, well, under your regime, how in the world will any man be able to recognise his own children?
Well, why should he? Everyone in the younger generation will consider all older men to be their fathers.
Oh, right, okay, right. I suppose that from now on, sons will start methodically strangling each and every older man, since they strangled their acknowledged fathers as it is. What would they do to a stranger? Not only strangle him, but shit on his corpse too.
But the bystanders won't allow that. Before now, yes, if sons used to beat up their own fathers, no one would bat an eyelid. But now, if a man hears another one being attacked, he'll be afraid that the victim is his own father, and he'll fight the attackers.
Well, that's all well and good, but if Andrew, Prince or Tate starts hanging around and calling me daddy, it's going to be awful.
Well, I can think of more awful things, mate.
Such as?
Well, if Benius Shapiro claims he's your father and starts kissing you.
Well, if he did, he'd sorely regret it.
Yeah, and you'd smell of OD asshole.
Right.
But they were born before our decree, so there's no need to worry they'll be kissing you.
Well, I've been sorry if he had.
Ugh.
I mean, who will be there to farm the land?
The slaves? Your only concern will literally be getting slicked up when the clock says it's time for dinner.
And overcoats. Who will supply those? It's a reasonable question.
Well, the current supply will do for now, and then later we'll just weave you new ones.
One more question. What if somebody loses a lawsuit? How is he going to pay his expenses? It wouldn't be fair to take this out of the common fund.
There won't be any lawsuits in the first place.
Well, that statement will be your undoing.
I think so too, love.
But why would there be any lawsuits, you poor dear?
For lots of reasons. By Apollo, to give just one example, when a debtor refuses to pay.
But where did the creditor get his money to lend? If all funds are common, he's got to be a thief.
By Demeter. She's right.
I am?
Well, let her answer me this. A dinner ends in assault, yes? How are the fighters going to pay their fines? I think I've got her in a corner now.
We'll fine them out of their food allowance. A decrease there will hit them right in the stomach. They'll think twice before getting rowdy again.
No more thieves, then?
No. Why would anyone steal what he's got a share in?
No more muggers at night?
Not if you sleep at home.
Not even when you go out, as was previously the case. All will be content with their condition. If someone demands your cloak, just let him have it. Why put up a fight? Just go to the common store, get yourself a better one.
I mean, won't men still gamble at dice?
To win what?
What standard of living will you establish?
The same for all. I propose that we remodel the city into one big household, knocking down all walls and partitions so everybody can come and go as they please.
And where will you serve dinner?
Well, I'll turn all the courthouses and porticos into dining rooms.
What will you do with the speakers' platforms?
Use them to store water jugs and mixing bowls, and the children can use them to recite epics about brave men in battle or about any man who was cowardly, so he'll be ashamed to share the next meal.
Dionysus, what a charming thought. And what will you do with the ballot boxes?
Well, I'll set them up in the marketplace by Harmodius' statue and use them to draw allotment. Thus, every man will draw his lot and go off happily to wherever the lot assigns. Thus, the herald will instruct those with the letter R to go for dinner at the Royal Stower, the T's to the appropriate place, the G's to the grain market.
Is that G as in guzzle?
What goes through your mind, child?
No, G as in gourmet.
But the man who draws a blank, won't everyone just shun him from the table?
That won't happen with us, for we'll provide everything for everyone unstingingly. Every man will go away drunk with a garland still on and a torch in his hand, and as he goes through the streets, the ladies will accost him. Come to my place. There's a fine young girl in here. And over here, another one will cry from a second-story window, is a very fine and exquisitely pale girl. You may sleep with her after you've slept with me first. And the inferior men will chase the handsome young men, shouting, "Hey you, where do you think you're going? You're not going to get anything anyway. The law says she's got to fuck the pug nose and the ugly man first. Meanwhile, you can grab the petals of your double-hung fig branch and jerk off in the doorway." So tell me, does my plan meet with your approval?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then I'll be off to the marketplace to receive the goods as they come in. I'll pick a girl with the loud voice to be my crier. These are my duties as a woman elected to rule. And I must also start preparing the dinner for tonight. And I'd like you to have your very first banquet this very day.
The dinners are to start right away.
That's what I'm telling you. And then I want to put a stop to all prostitution.
Why? Isn't it obvious, mate? So these ladies could have the lads to themselves.
Correct. And what's more, the slave girls will no longer be able to steal away the fond hearts of the free boys. They may sleep only with other slaves and may trim their pussies only in the style of a woolen barn jacket.
Say, I'd like to tag along right at your side and share the spotlight with people saying, look, there goes the lady commander's husband.
As for me, if I'm to be taking my possessions to the marketplace, I'd better collect them all and take inventory of what I've got. Bye-bye. Can you hurry up? Yeah. 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 You there, my pretty Miss Sifter, first of my possessions. Come outside here prettily. You'll be the basket bearer, being well powdered after emptying so many sacks of my flour. And who will be the chair bearer, Miss Pot? Come outside here. By Zeus, you're black. You must have boiled the concoction Rudy Giuliani uses to dye his hair. Or whatever's left of it these days. This way, stand next to her, you're the maid in waiting. And water bearer, eh? Oh, you're here already. Water jug over here. And you, come over here as lyre player, since you've so often woken me up too early in the middle of the night to go off to assembly with your morning tune. Lovely ringtone. Whoever's got the bowl, come forward! Oh, you keep coming on the wrong way. Bring the honeycombs and put the branches down beside them. Can I have one? No, I want one. I don't like you. Bring the tripod oil flask. That's olive oil, not oil flask. Produce the little things. They'll be the rest of the parade, like Leamington Spa.
Imagine me turning in my stuff. I'd be a sorry executor, man, and virtually brainless. Never by Poseidon. First of all, I'll have to test and study the situation very carefully. On the strength of mere words, I'm hardly about to throw away the fruits of my sweat and thriftiness in this sort of mindless way. Not until I've made thorough inquiries about the entire affair. You there. What's the meaning of these utensils here? Are you moving? Are you dumping them?
Neither.
Then why are they lined up like this? It's not a procession you people are arranging for the pawn shop, is it?
God, no. We're getting them ready to go to the marketplace for surrender to the polis. It's the law of the land.
You mean to turn them in?
Of course.
Then do save us. You're a fool.
Have said.
It's easy to see.
Really? Am I not supposed to obey the law?
The law? You're pitiful.
The law that's been duly enacted.
Duly enacted? How stupid can you get?
Stupid? You want to try a fight?
Well, aren't you? And not just stupid, but the most simple-minded man in the world.
Because I do what I'm told.
So you think the man of sense ought to do what he's told?
Yes, above everything else.
No! That's what the imbecile does!
So you don't intend to turn in your goods?
I intend to be cautious. First, I want to see what everyone else does.
Why, they're getting ready to turn in their goods, of course.
Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, that's what they're saying around town anyway.
Say it, sure they will.
They're promising to carry in their stuff personally.
Promise, sure they will.
Zeus destroy you.
Destroy, sure they will. The plan, that is. Look, do you really think that anyone with a brain is going to turn in their stuff? That's not in our national character.
You mean we should only take?
Zeus, yes. The gods are the same way. Just look at their statues and you'll see that. Whenever we pray to them to give us something, they stand there with their hands out, palm up, not to give us something, but to get something from us.
Oh, sorry. Listen, you nut. Let me get on with my business here. These things need to be packed. Where's the bubble wrap?
You're really going to do it?
Zeus, yes, look. They're going to wrap up the candlesticks here.
What foolishness, not to wait and see what others are going to do, and then, and only then...
Do what?
Put it off and wait a little longer.
The object being what?
There might be an earthquake, or some ill-omened lightning, or a black cat darting across the street. That would put stop to their collection, you mental case!
Well, wouldn't I be delighted if I waited and then found there was no more room to deposit this stuff?
No more room. Don't worry. They'll take your deposit, even if you wait a couple of days.
What do you mean?
I know these people. They're quick to vote on something. Then they turn around and refuse to abide by it.
They'll bring in their stuff, my friend.
And what if they don't?
Don't worry, they will.
And I repeat, what if they don't?
We'll fight them!
And if they outnumber you?
I'll leave my stuff and go to my lovely home.
And if they sell your stuff?
Blast you to bits.
And if I'm blasted to bits?
You'll be doing a great service.
Jeffrey Bezos would contribute his stuff, sure. It would suit him much better to take a month long shit first.
Damn.
And Elon Muskius, the genius, would he contribute anything?
More than Zuckerberg's.
This guy is going to lose everything he has.
That's putting it pretty drastically.
Not at all. As if I don't see decrees like this all the time. Don't you remember that one about cheese imports?
Sure.
And how we import 2/3 of our cheese. That is a disgrace. And don't get me started on NFTs. Remember that?
Yes, that was certainly bad for me. I bought and dedicated a bored ape picture to Athena last week. And my dog still fucking died!
Oh, shit, man. I'm really sorry about that. Didn't we all recently swear that the world would change after COVID and that Bojo had done a great job getting us all through it? But when we looked into it, he'd been hosting secret lockdown symposiums. Next thing you know, half his party have walked like Alcibiades to Sparta.
But all that's different, sir. Archon Bojo was a fuck-up. Now the women are in charge.
And I mean to keep an eye on them by Poseidon so they don't piss all over me.
I don't know what you're going on about. Come on, you. Pick up the stuff. tinnitus.
Now, hear this, all you citizens, you heard correctly. In this new arrangement, all citizens are included. We'll get a move on. Go straight to the lady commander's place, where the look of the drawer will determine where each man among you will be dining. The tables are set, heaped high with every kind of goodie, and the dining couches are draped with cushions and coverlets. They're mixing the wine in bowls, and the perfume girls are stood by. The fish fillets are on the grill, they're spitting hairs. The bread rolls are in the oven, they're weaving garlands. The desserts are baking, and little girls are boiling pots of pea soup. Half of Parliament is there, in their riding suits, getting ready to lick at the women's boxers. And old man Johnson's there, with his new suit and fashionable pumps. He is joking with another young blade. His old boots and shabby suit lie discarded. This is what you're invited to. Come along. The slaves are waiting with your daily bread. Just open your mouths.
Well, if that's how things are going, I'm ready to go. Why stand around when the polis is throwing us a party?
Hey, just where do you think you're going when you haven't turned in your goods?
To dinner.
Oh, no, you don't. If the women have any sense, they won't feed you till you're paid up.
Don't worry, I will be.
When?
I won't be holding anybody up.
Meaning what?
I mean, people are bound to turn their stuff later than I will.
And you mean to go to the dinner anyway?
But of course, how can I help but go? All sensible people should cooperate with the polis in any way they can.
And what if the woman won't let you in?
I'll lower my head and charge them.
And if they beat you like a slave?
I'll sue them.
And if they laugh at your threats?
I'll stand in the doorway.
And do what? Tell me.
And snatch the food that people come to turn in.
In that case, you'd better follow me in. And you there, come help hoist my estate.
Let me help you.
No. I don't want to bring my contribution to the Lady Commander and have you pretending that part of it's yours.
By Zeus, I need some kind of scheme to save the property I've got, while at the same time sharing the goodies these people are getting. I think I've got it. I've got to run off to dinner with the rest of them and quick.
In the world are all the men? Dinner must be over by now. Here I am, all plastered with makeup and wearing my party dress, just standing around, whistling myself a tune, with my trap all set to catch one of the young men that walk by. Yea, muses, descend to these lips with some spicy tune.
This time, you got downstairs ahead of me, old hag. You thought you'd strip the vines and entice some guy with your singing. If you do, I'll sing a song of my own. And if the audience expects to be boring, I'll trust I'll find something sweet and comic in it anyway.
Shove your complaints in here and get lost. You, my dear little piper, take up your pipes and blow us the kind of tune that's actually wanted here. Whoever wants to have a good time, he's got to sleep with me. Finesse dwells not in girls, but in grown-up women. No one's readier than I to take really good care of the boyfriend I live with and never run off to another man.
Don't despise the girls, for softness resides in their tender thighs and blossoms on their boobs. But you, old granny, tweeze your hair and paint your face. The Green Reaper's heartthrob.
Oh, you bitch. I hope your twat falls off. And when you hanker for a humping, I hope you can't find your own back seat. And in bed, when you're ready for kissing, I hope you open up your arms and hug a snake.
Ah, what will become of me? I'm all alone in the house. My mother's gone out. My boyfriend hasn't come. Need I say any more? But you better call Dr. Dildo so you can enjoy yourself. Pretty please.
Oh, you poor little slag. You're already itching for an adult toy. It also looks like you want to suck a discus for a garden hose.
Well, you'll never snatch my boy toys away, or spoil my youth, or take it from me.
Well, sing any song you like and prowl around like a cat. No man is going to visit you before me.
Well, not for my funeral anyway. That's a new one, Old Crone.
Old crone? Yeah. Old crone?
Yeah.
Well, it's not my age that'll hurt you, hussy.
Then, your makeup and rouge?
Are you still talking?
Are you still out the house? Do you mean to sing you a lullaby?
I don't need a lullaby, because I'm singing for my sweetheart, a pigeonese.
You got a sweetheart. You must be in Father Time.
Well, even you'll have to admit it, since he'll soon be coming here to see me.
Right.
In fact, here he comes now.
Oh, no. Not for you, old pest. He's got no business there.
You'll eat your words, nympho.
Oh, I'm sure I will, you mouldy old trollop. I'm going inside.
Me too. You'll soon see your confidence is much less justified than mine.
How I wish I could just shag the fit bird and not have to shag the ancient twat first. That doesn't sit well with a free man.
Well, you'll shag to your sorrow then, by Zeus. If this is still a democracy, we've got to do it legal and proper. But I'm going to go upstairs and see what he's going to do.
Come on, you gods. Just let me get the fit one alone. It's her I got pissed to visit and her I've so long been longing for.
I've completely fooled the damn old thing. She's gone inside, think I'm going to stay inside. But here's the very boy we're talking about. Hither now, my dear one. Come to me and be my bedmate tonight. A powerful passion sets me a-twirl for your curly hair. Ah, what is this strange longing that attacks me and holds me in its grinding grip? Release me, as I beg of you. Please make this boy come to my very own bed.
Hither now, my dear one. Run to the door for me and open it wide. If you don't, I'll fall down and die. I want to faint in your lap and crash land between your thighs. Oh, Aphrodite, why have you driven me mad for this girl? Release me, Cupid, I beg you. Please make this girl come to my very own bed. And yet nothing I've said comes near to matching my need. Oh, run to the door for me, dearest, open it wide. I'm hurting for you. My gold bauble of delight, a honeybee of the muses, child of the graces, personification of utter voluptuousness. Run to the door for me and open it wide, because I'm hurting for you.
Hey, what's with this knocking? Looking for me, were you?
You're joking.
Yes, you were. You were, knocking on my door?
Piss off.
Well, what do you want then, with the rose and everything?
I'm looking for a fellow from Bangkok.
Which one?
Not Mr. Ben Dover, whom perhaps you're expecting.
By Aphrodite, whether you like it. Or not!
Wait. I am not in your jurisdiction. The statute of limitations is 60 years. You're tabled. I'm only involved in cases under 20.
That might have been true under the old system, my sweet, but according to current law, you've got to deal with me first.
When gambling, it's legal to pass the deal.
You didn't obey that law when you had your dinner.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I've got to bang on this door.
Not until you bang on this one first.
Oh, no thanks. I don't need a piss bucket just now.
I know you like me. You were just surprised to see me here. Come on, give us a kiss.
No! Oh. I'm terrified of your lover.
Who's that?
The best-selling painter?
Who are you talking about?
The one that decorates funeral urns. Better get out of here before he spots you in the doorway.
I know what you want. I know.
And I know what you want, by Zeus.
By Aphrodite, who gave me the luck of the draw. I am not giving you up.
You're fucking mental.
Nuh-uh. I'm personally going to escort you to my bed.
Why
do you need me? That will be like chucking a hot dog down a hallway.
Very funny, my boy, but you just get over here to my place.
No. I do not have to obey you unless you slip me the extra 20 quid.
By Aphrodite, you do too. I just love sleeping with boys your age.
I just hate sleeping with women your age. I'll never consent.
This will make you.
What is it?
It's the regulation that says you've got to come with me.
Well, then tell me what in the world it says.
All right, I shall. The women have decreed. If a young man desires to hump a young woman, he must first bang an older woman. Should the young man in his desire for this younger woman fail to do the preliminary banging, the older woman shall be entitled with impunity to drag off the young man by his pecker.
Oh, fuck me. This very dam to be milked dry.
Our laws must be obeyed.
But what if, I don't know, one of my mates or fellow demesmen comes and goes bail for me?
No man is any longer permitted to make transactions over the city credit limit. Refunds, returns, exchanges are no longer allowed.
Well, can't I swear off my duty?
You can't squirm out of this duty.
I'll plead insanity. I'll get myself exempted as a monk.
You'll be sorry if you do.
Okay. So what am I to do?
Follow me into my house.
Is it a necessity?
For the greater good.
In that case, call up the church, because we need to make a booking. We'll need bouquets of lilies and caterers to make a buffet. And send my suit to the dry cleaners.
Surely you're going to buy me a wedding dress too.
A wedding? I'm planning your funeral because I'm not too sure you'll survive the night.
All right, come on. Where are you dragging him off to? I'm taking my man home.
Ugh, that's actually rank. He's the wrong age to be sleeping with you. You're more his mother than his wife. If you Aldermen starting off enforcing a law like this, you'll fill the whole country with Oedipuses.
You dirty slut! You've made up that objection out of pure envy. And I can't blame you for it. But I will make you pay.
By Zeus the Saviour, sweetest, you've done me a big favour by getting that old crone off my back. When the lights are out, I'll slip you a big, average token of my gratitude.
Oh, hey you. Where are you going with him in violation of the law?
Fuck me. Where did you pop out of, you apparition of damnation? This one is so much more ugly than the last one.
Hi.
Please, don't let her drag me away. I beg you.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's mine.
Oh, not I, but the law that drags you away.
No. Some sort of she-devil covered with one big blood blister.
Oh, come this way, you sissy. Buck up and no back talk.
Okay, wait. May I go to the bathroom first? It would help me get a hold of myself. If you don't, I'll do something right here, and you'll see me go brown with fear.
Get moving, you can shit when we get in the house.
I'm afraid. Afraid, all right. Afraid I'll shit more than I want. But I'll be glad to deposit 2 valuable sureties with you.
Don't bother.
Hey. Where are you going with her?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm being kidnapped, but God bless you if you don't stand by while I'm being tormented. Fuck! Zeus, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Beyonce, this one's so much more ugly than the last one. Someone tell me what in the world it is. A pig plastered with makeup? Katie Hopkins on a good day?
Oh, he's a comedian. Oh, cut the jokes and follow me.
Oh, no, you don't. He's coming this way with me.
I'm never letting you go.
Nor am I.
You're gonna rip me in half, you hellbound creatures.
The law says you have to follow me.
Not if an even older, uglier woman shows up. It's this way.
Okay. If I'm to be miserably destroyed by you two, tell me how I'm supposed to get to that pretty girl.
That's your problem. Just now, you've got to do this.
So which of you do I have to shag first in order to get away?
Is it not plain? Come this way.
Make this other one let go of me, then.
No, come this way.
If she'll let go...
By Zeus, I will not.
Nor I.
You two are rough enough to be ferry boat captains.
Oh, and how's that?
You fight over your passengers hard enough to wear them out.
Oh, pipe down and get moving. This way.
Oh, no, this way.
Oh, look. Now we see the violence inherent in the system. Help. Help. I'm being repressed.
Shut up. Gosh, white boys. This way.
This way.
Okay, but how can I manage to man both boats with a single oar?
Just fine after you've wolfed down a handful of Viagra.
Yes.
Oh, what a sorry end. I'm poised on the very threshold and getting shoved.
Yeah, that's not going to save you because I'm following you right in.
Gods no, better to grapple with one evil than two.
By Hecate, you've got no choice in the matter.
Oh, thrice ill-fated me that must fuck a decrepit woman all night and all day. And once I'm free of her, to start again on an old toad with the coroner on speed dial. Am I not then ill-fated? Nay, a man doomed by Zeus the Saviour, and unlucky that should be trapped with such wild beasts as these. But if the very worst really does befall me, as I sail up atop these two floozies, bury me right where I penetrated the channel. As for her, cover her in wax, and light her hair on fire, and stick her over my grave instead of a candle.
Blessed is our citizenry, favoured is our land. Most blessed of all is our mistress herself. As are you, women, who stand at our door, and all the neighbours and fellow citizens. And me, too, the herald with my head perfumed with fine perfumes. But those little bottles of wine have far greater impact than all these fragrances, for it stays in your head a long time while those others lose their bouquet and completely evaporate. So, it's by far the best. Yes, by far. Pour me a cup neat, for it makes women merry all night when we pick out the one with the best bouquet. Women, tell me where my master is. My mistress's husband.
If you eat right there, I'm sure you're bound to run into him. In fact, look, here he is now on his way to dinner.
Master, you happy and 3 times lucky man.
Who, me?
Sure you. By Zeus, and like no one else in this world, who could be luckier? For out of more than 30,000 citizens, you're the only one who hasn't had dinner.
Yep, he is a lucky fellow, you are. Quite right.
Where can you be off to now?
Why, I'm off to dinner.
By Aphrodite, you're absolutely the last one. Still, your wife told me to gather you up and escort you in these girls you've got with you. There's still some sparkling wine left over and some other good stuff, so don't be late. Oh, and any of you spectators who enjoyed the show, come along. We'll supply everything.
Why don't you invite them all? Be liberal like a lady and invite the little girl, the old man, I mean, there's dinner made for all of them, if you hurry home quickly. Me, I'm off to dinner now, and luckily I've got these 2 little torches here to light my way.
Then why waste time here? Get going. Before you go off stage, we will sing a little tune, anticipating our dinner. But first, I want to make a small suggestion to the audience. Be sure to check out our YouTube channel, Classics and Ancient History at Warwick. Smash that like button and hit the bell to keep updated. And for all you loyal followers, it's never too early to get an STD. A save the date? Oh. Come on, don't act like dishonest whores who only remember their latest customer.
mean to do it all, everyone move your feet to a funky beat. All these women here with their wonderfully light bodies, encourage them to move their gowns. Be hasty, be slick, grab that dish double quick, rapidly to the rhythm of this dance. Hey, hey, it's time, dear ladies, to shake a leg and hop off to eat. If we mean to do it all, everyone move your feet to a funky beat. For soon they'll be served with limpets and saltfish and shark steak and dogfish and mullets and oddfish and savoury pickle sauce and thrushes with blackbirds and various pigeons and hand-roasted wagtails and roosters are given, one of each per course. Hey, hey, it's time, dear ladies, to shake a leg and hop off to eat. If we mean to do it all, everyone move your feet to a funky beat.
Hey, you know all that stuff you just said a minute ago?
Which bit?
You know, you spent a whole verse explaining all the food and stuff there is to eat there.
Yeah, and?
Well, why don't you just sum it up all in one word?
You're telling me there's one word that contains all the ingredients of saltfish, limpets, mullets, various pigeons, pan-roasted wagtails, and more, all covered in a savoury pickle sauce?
Yes. Bollocks. No, really, there is.
Well, what is it then?
Well, it's a very long word. I'm not sure I can.
Well,
it would take a lot of practice to get right.
You've dragged the song down to this level, delayed everyone from eating and leaving the theatre over a word you can't even say.
It's very complicated.
Honestly, Harold, I don't know why you'd even bring it up if you can't.
Macasella, Cocaleo, Cranioli, Ipsano, Drim, Hippochamato, Silvio, Cara, Bomalito, Catakikimas, No Calepa, Cosifa, Fata, Barista, Alec, Trianoptic, Falio, Kilopilio, Lago, Yusari, Upaphagon, up Pterigon.
Shake a leg and hop off to eat. If we mean to do it all, everyone move your feet to a funky beat. Hey, hey, it's time, dear ladies, to shake a leg and hop off to eat. If we mean to do it all, everyone move your feet to a funky beat. Lift your legs aloft, dear ladies, we're off to dinner. Huzzah! And victory, hooray, we've earned this today. Dear ladies, hurrah, hurrah.
My fault they dragged me into their house.
I'm sure you put up quite the fight.
I did, I'll have you know, I did.
Hey, hey, look here comes handsome. We've got what you need, we do. Just come back to our house tonight, and we'll show you a thing or two.
Hey, hey, you fine young lady. I see you can't keep your hands off of me. Though I might have a stroke if I sleep with you. What a day that would be!
Hey, hey, look how well we're doing.
No need to tell me.
If we all work together, the polis is better. Women of the assembly.